Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So guess what? Today we have a special guest. We have Denise from the Create Your Future coaching team. Hey, Denise, how are you?
Hi, Amanda. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited. We today actually have for you a really amazing success story that one of Denise's clients got, and they actually intended that we'd share it, and sure enough, we asked them if we could share it. So, of course, like always, we leave everyone's name anonymous because that's what everyone asked us to do. So, but nonetheless, absolutely. So we're going to jump right in. Denise is going to start read the success story, and then we're going to talk about some key points of it because she really brings a lot of valuable information and tools that may actually be able to help you in your situation. So,
all right, here we go. After my 1-year relationship with my SP became something different, I will not refer to it as a breakup. I accept that I created it and I can change it. I was devastated for 2 days, but then found Amanda's videos and their fun, simple, and to-the-point explanations and teachings, which really struck a chord with me. I immediately wrote out a list of all my doubts about myself and about my SP and changed them into intentions. I decided then and there to go 100% all in on a mental diet because, like Denise later said in an email to me, doing that was way easier than wondering where it all went wrong and what I could have done differently. Within days, I started feeling better about myself, feeling lighter, noticing small manifestations that would keep me going and help build my belief that I am the creator of all that I experience. I started to feel that my SP and I were already together. As my confidence grew, I felt I could reach out to my SP after she dropped something of mine off on the front steps a week after the change. We had left it amicably and as no contact still for 1 more week, but I intended her dropping off. That was her way of getting my attention. I reached out very casually and she said to me, "I'm glad you reached out. I was trying to get your attention with that." And then we ended up talking for 2 hours. When I asked how she was doing, she said she really misses me. One of my intentions, the one I always started with when doubts came up, was, of course she misses me. She loves me and she wants to be with me. That right then and there sealed the deal for me. I've also been intending that we always have fun hanging out, and we totally did that day. All in all, there were a few other things that she did or said that I feel came directly from my intentions I set. I'll share one more thing that Denise doesn't even know about yet. One of my intentions is we always have the most amazing conversations. This one is easy for me because it had always existed within my 3D world. Yesterday at work, we work for the same company and she visits my office. She reached out before she came by. Of course, she always texts me. She always wants to talk with me. And we ended up seeing each other and talking for 4 hours. No, we didn't get any work done that day. We talked about our individual lives, our individual growth, and a lot about looking back on our relationship from this perspective after the change. When it was all said and done, I told her I love talking to her because we have the most amazing conversations. And she replied with, "I know, don't we always?" Verbatim from my intentions. That talk helped me identify new blocks, and you're 100% right if you think I went home and wrote each one down and changed them into positive intentions. That's how it's done. Thank you, Denise, for helping me believe in this and being a great support. Thank you to Amanda for taking the time to put out these videos and change my life. And to anybody out there who is struggling because they don't have something they want, I believe it really is all about changing every single negative thought into a positive one. Whether it feels true or not, they do become true and they do show up in your 3D world. It is important to focus the most on how you feel about yourself because how you feel about yourself projects onto everybody else and they end up feeling the same way about you. Putting in the work might feel difficult or strange at first, but keep going. It gets easier and life starts to have a flavor that you never knew existed. I still have some resistance of mine to get over, and Denise is helping me by changing them into positive intentions. I will not stop until I am who I want to be, and then I will keep going at it to create the future of my dreams. Thanks for letting me share, guys. I thought to myself after that 4-hour conversation yesterday that I really wanted to share that with people, but I just didn't know when that could happen. Maybe it's now.
It's now. I love it. That is so, I've got chills from that story. I know you've read it to me once before we did this call at like this video, but I get chills from it. Like it's so heartfelt This is amazing. You know, one thing that I'd like to point out about the story, which I think is absolutely amazing, is that, you know, she took all of her doubts and she wrote them out and changed them to positive intentions. You know, I know that years ago I used to think, oh no, I'm not going to write anything, you know, any of my doubts out. I don't want to. But what I realized over the years was they're rattling around in there in your subconscious mind anyway, and getting them out and putting them on paper, it almost like we can look at them and be like, I can't even believe I think that. That's totally not true. And even by having that moment of realization, we write out something, you know, that the doubts and change them over to positive intentions, that's like clearing them out. Because, you know, when we create things where we've got past history with people, we've got resistance, and resistance is just old story that we don't like, right? And we've got to rewrite that, you know?
Yeah, and often we don't even know the story. If we're not really being conscious of what we're thinking, we don't know what we need to intend because we don't know where our blocks are. So yeah, get it all out, get all that negative stuff, like pay attention, listen to yourself, ask yourself, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? What am I telling myself? And then write it out, change it, and then you know where you're starting.
Exactly. Your famous words. Check in with yourself.
Check in with yourself.
Yes.
What am I feeling right now? What am I thinking? Yeah.
The other thing that I really liked about her story, which I think we can all take a lesson from, is when her friend, or, you know, her girlfriend dropped off the box. Okay. And at that moment, she had a choice. She could have either made it mean that's it, it's over, or she could have made it mean what she did was the assumption that she's just trying to get my attention. And it's not over. She just wants to talk, and this is how she's going to try to do it. And I love that, because we create with our assumptions and our stories. You know, like I've said before, you know, if you never want to be rejected by somebody, never make their behavior mean that they're rejecting you, because the only reality we have is the reality in our head. You know, I remember, like, even this weekend, I remember I called Andrew and he didn't answer the phone. And I was like, oh, maybe he's mad at me. I'm like, Amanda, no. I'm like, he's fine. He's like, he's on silent. He didn't even see it. Right. And then I went on with my day and got over it. But later on, because I was out all day, when I came home at 9 o'clock at night, he said to me, he's like, oh, I just noticed you called me. I'm like, of course you did. Of course, you know, at that time, like earlier in the day, I could have intended that he noticed and called me back, but it wasn't actually all that important. But it's those crucial moments, you know, that we really need to catch ourselves on what we're thinking, right?
Yeah, because reality is so malleable. It can go either way. So how do you want it to go? I often hear you telling me, well, you're making it that. You're making it that. Don't make it mean anything. Make it mean what you want.
That's right. You make everything mean what you want, right? You know, that's the main thing. And the other thing I really love the advice you gave her was, you know what, just go all in and do it. Just doing the mental diet is going to be a lot easier than dwelling on what went wrong, why did this happen? Because when we dwell on what went wrong, why did this happen, we just get more of it. When we put frustration and anger into a situation with a person, they just end up manifesting more actions that are going to make us feel that way. And, you know, and she brings up a really good point, is just right now resolve. I'm going to do it right now. Right now, today, I'm going to get back on it, and I'm going to start focusing on what I want. You know, and even still, even if a negative thought comes up here and there, it doesn't reset everything, because it's not linear, right? Things will still start to pull into your reality just by putting the focus on it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have to start more, and you have to just go and don't look back, and just deciding, no, this is what I want. This is what I want. Focus.
Focus, yes. And then the other thing that I love that she does was the small manifestations to keep her going. You know, I mean, seriously, sometimes it's the smallest things that actually cheer up my day. Like the smallest things that don't even, you know, that don't even matter. But I'm like, okay, this still works.
Yeah.
You know?
I did that. Okay, good.
Exactly. Well, you guys, this was amazing. All the congratulations to all of you guys that are successful and all the success stories you guys share, and this client as well. Thank you for letting us share your story. And Denise does do video and email coaching, and the description in the link, I always say that, the link will be in the description below, definitely. She's got some spots open, check it out. And yeah, and thank you guys very much for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. And yeah, keep intending that you're going to be a success story as well. And even if you don't do coaching with us, we'll still read your success story on this channel, because we believe in inspiring and encouraging people.
Yay.
Yeah, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.